Hello and welcome. Good Guys Free here. This video shows how to build the main parts of my glass open dome base. Link to showcase video is above and in the description. If you need a guide to glitch building, I refer you to Beeblebum's amazing video. Link on your screen. The chapters, if you wish to skip, are shown here. So how did I make those 45-degree cylindrical rooms attached this way? Let's get started. I don't like putting rooms directly on the ground, so I start with a short wall and attach a floor before placing the first room on top. Now, let's put the cylindrical room on top of the floor panel. Let's place a second room on top to see how corridors are connected. You can see the game wants the corridors to be on top of the other. However, I want the top room's corridors in this place. So let's remove the top room and add two corridors, then an L-shaped corridor, and two more like this, and finally another cylindrical room. Let's put a cuboid room frame on top and see how this removes the ceiling dome. This is the height at which we will need to attach the 45-degree room. We select a cylindrical room and use reverse wire glitch to get a connection point. We check and see that it didn't place it at the actual center. So we try again. And we check again, and it looks good. So we attach the other side of the wire somewhere far. Next, we do the same on the other cylindrical room. We reverse wire glitch and pull this to the first room's connector. Now we take a new cylindrical room, switch to wire mode, and let it snap to the connector. Notice we can rotate between the two connection directions. So we choose the 45-degree connector and wire glitch the cylindrical room back on. Now we can place a corridor on the top room and see that it is at 45 degrees to the bottom one. Now we can remove everything we don't need. And add the rest of the corridors on both rooms. Now let's look at our results. There you have it. A quick reminder, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. Next, upside down glass cuboid rooms that I used to create the control tower. To create the upside down glass cuboid rooms, we start with a tower of cuboid room frames. We're going to attach a wire connector in the middle of the top frame. To do this, we will attach another frame on the side to prepare. Then select another frame and reverse wire glitch to get a connector in the middle and attach it away somewhere. Now we select another frame on top of the side frame and again reverse wire glitch and pull the wire back to the previous connector and attach it. Now we delete the previous wire and we are left with a perfect connector in the middle of the frame. And we can delete the side frame. Now we will use the middle connector to glitch a paving perfectly. Select the paving, switch back to wire mode, and snap to the middle connector. Then wire glitch the paving. Now add another paving to implement Beeblebum's floor flip method. Now we place a pyramid and a cube for later. Next, we duplicate the cube and place it in the cache. Then we duplicate the paving to one side and use the wire glitch to place a cube where the paving would have been. Next, we duplicate a paving and place it in the cache. Then we duplicate a pyramid and position it on the bottom of the floating cube, and wire glitch to get the upside down paving instead. Now we erase the unnecessary parts, including the wire. We can now pave the top of the tower with upside down pavings. Next, we take a glass cuboid room and put it in the cache. Then we duplicate an upside down paving, position it, and wire glitch the glass cuboid room in its place, turning it upside down. To show how to connect regular and upside down glass cuboid rooms, I've built some space from upside down rooms. And then attached a regular to the frame, bringing it to touch the upside down rooms. For ease of use with the build camera, we add doors in both regular and upside down rooms. Now let's place a teleporter to make it easy to visit inside without build camera. We can see the right side up room's electric wire, which means the glass is still there and not passable. The solution is a watertight door, but we need one in either room, the upside down one and the normal one. You can see that I can't pass. Let's use the build camera to place the other watertight door. Now we can pass, but in one direction the door is upside down and we might get stuck if we try to pass. The solution is a single small floor. And there you have it, possible to traverse in both directions. Lastly, my glass open dome. Link to Beeblebum's video on creating a round area on your screen and in the description. To begin the dome, we take a wooden power door and place it at the edge. Next, we're going to take a light. Switch back to wire mode and attach a wire at the connector you left in the middle of the round area and pull it to the power door's connector. Then we use the wire glitch to attach the light on the connector. Notice this attempt failed. We try again until we succeed and the light is exactly on the connector. Now we take another power door, switch to wire mode, and wire glitch it on the connector of the light. Notice the three connectors from the side. The two upright are the power door's connectors, and the light's connector is angled. This is the one we want to attach it on. So we snap to this angled connector and wire glitch the power door. You can already see this door is angled, but it is flush with the first power door at the bottom. We continue to do this again and again until we reach one before the last one. I have sped the video here to save time. Again, a like and subscribe will be highly appreciated. The last one, we can already take the large timber triple window, switch to wire mode and wire glitch it in place. Next, we delete the top power door. Be careful and do this slowly. Then we take another large timber triple window and wire glitch it on the same connector the power door was glitched on, the light. We take a look from the side and see it is perfectly placed. And again, delete the power door that is now the top and repeat the process. Let's speed it up a bit. Finally, the first power door is removed and a normal vertical triple window is placed. Now let's take a look. Looks good. But what if we wanted an open dome? We need the power doors to be angled, but differently. To do this, we need a connection point to pull the wire for the light from a place closer to the edge than the middle point or farther. To do this, we create a structure to place a power door under the round floor. The position will determine the angle. Placing a few more floors, we can see this floor is exactly under the middle. So let's remove some floors and attach a power door. Now we attach a power door at the edge. Take a light and switch to wire mode. We can see both of the lower power door's connectors through the floor. We attach the wire to one of them and repeat the procedure. Just be consistent. I've only done the first step here, but we can see that the angle here is different. Here's a closer look. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me comments and come back for more videos soon.